Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. So let's update our view on cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in particular. So on a monthly chart, you could see that it's, well, nothing to celebrate yet. As market is keep going lower, slowly but stubbornly out from the yearly pivot point, suggesting the existence of the bearish sentiment on the market, and actually follows with our longer term view. So we said that currently our long-term target stands at around 26, which is a strong support, yearly pivot support one, and daily major ABCD target. Currently, we do not see any reasons to change our long-term expectations. Hopefully, guys, that you have read at least something from our weekly reports. I mean, the Forex market and gold market is just because the fundamental background actually is common. As to the Forex, as to the gold, actually, and to the cryptocurrencies, it could make a bit different impact just because of the feature of the assets. Because gold is a bit different compared to Forex, right? So, and to the cryptocurrencies. But the explanation of the factors that currently acts in the United States economy are the same. And currently, speaking on the Bitcoin market, we do not see any actually reasons to be happy, and that maybe we do not see by far any reasons for possible reversal. That's why we still keep our suggestion that it's a bit early to make the investment in a Bitcoin because of a few reasons. First of all, statement from Jerome Powell last week was very hawkish. That is pushes interest rates higher. Market feel bad. I mean stock market. So take a look what we have on the S&P. This is daily chart of the S&P. Despite all results of the banking system in the United States, the earnings report was more or less positive. This is totally ignored, and market just keep going lower. It's anticipation that rising of the interest rates should become, first of all, a rival for dividends. Second, in current difficult conditions, it's revising of the dividends policy. It also stands across the board. And finally, just speaking about the situation why the interest rate is also important, it's just because the market has lost actually any sense of the risk. It's just because it was really big amounts and huge amounts were invested in the junk bonds with ratings below BBB, where spreads to credit default spreads, risk default spreads to the treasuries have been narrowed dramatically, and we expect that the first negative bail comes from this sector. We expect massive bankruptcies, defaults right in an area of the junk banking companies with the low rating. This will be some kind of a subprime crisis, but a bit in a different area. This will not become the subprime mortgages, but it will be just the bonds of the junk rates. As a result, the bankruptcies, as you understand, will make impact on the stock market. And as currently investors put the Bitcoin in a basket of the stocks, actually, we do not see and do not expect some positive reaction on the Bitcoin as well. Besides, currently, if you will calculate the capitalization of the market of all companies, public traded companies, to the gross domestic product, you will see that this capitalization stands at absolutely crazy levels. So currently, the capitalization is the 17% higher than it was during the dot-com bubble. And of course, this situation can't last too long, and it really have more chances to blow soon rather than later. So taking it all together, of course, we have some particular nuances in all this stuff. So if you would like to know more, you could just read the reports that we have prepared this weekend. But that should be enough to understand in general overall sentiment and the picture that we have on the markets. Currently, that's absolutely understandable why Bitcoin reacts in this way. So on the weekly chart, we see downward continuation. We still keep watching for possible grubbers we discussed here. If you remember, we said market is coming to the weekly, to the weekly MACD predictor, right here. It is not yet there, but it's still going. But to be honest, guys, in the current environment, I would say that the chance to get the grubber, or at least the grubber will work properly with the upper direction above the stop, currently looks doubtful. So grubber either will not be formed or maybe it will just fail. So this chances actually stands higher than we will get sharp reversal in this area, just because of the performance and because of the overall fundamental background on the market that we have. That's why here we'll still keep watching, but should not be too actually hope on this possible reversal here. Context here is also not really positive. On the daily chart, that is our major ABCD pattern that we're still watching. We have talked a lot about this retracement. That is mostly suggest reversal rather than retracement, just because of this low CD lag, and in general this is bearish pattern. Markets keep going lower. Currently, market is approaching to support line, and a possible breakout might be very important for the further step, next step on the market. Daily trend stands bearish. Also, guys, let's take a look. Last week we also have got this bearish reversal bar right there. In general, as we said, that the chances market will show reversal stands low, and market in fact confirmed that with erasing the potential head and shoulders pattern that might be formed there. Although you can see on the follow time frame chart, markets that stands around the support, but reaction to the support already is over. So it was first couple of tests, or actually this was real test of this area. Pullback has happened up from this area, and market returns back down, now is breaking it down. So it means that reaction on this support is over, and with the high probability that this level already is broken down. So actually, till these lows, market has no significant support areas, and it could mean that we could get straightforward downward action, except maybe some technical natural support areas. So some kind of this trend line maybe could support market, but that was the major event that already has happened. And with this price behavior that we have around this support and the inability of the market to form the hand and shoulders, remember we last week talked that at least here you could consider the hand and shoulders trying to take a position in the right arm that could save a lot your money if market fails. And indeed, as you can see, market is trying to show the pullback here, but has failed. The market will keep going lower. So overall environment stands bearish. For taking the position, currently we are not considering taking any long position by far on the Bitcoin. And currently probably you could use this recent swing down for thinking about taking the position, maybe on some pullback, on some retracement. In fact, speaking about the short-term perspective, here we could get something of that kind. This butterfly, that's supposedly has the target around 37, 35, approximately right here. So next destination point. But this might be just nearest target, so it doesn't mean that market stops here and turns up. It's just as a approximation of the nearest standing extension. Next extension will be 1618 as usual, where it is right 35.75 approximately. So these two targets that you could keep in mind if you are interested for trading on lower time frames here. That being said, for investing we suggest that it's a bit early, and we do not see any good background and that supports the idea of possible reversal, as market already has erased the potential bullish patterns that could be formed around the support area. It with a high probability suggests that market intends to keep going lower, and from that standpoint you could consider this most recent swing using the fib levels maybe, and make the decision for short entry on the Bitcoin market.